Fritz Scherz in the studio here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can I, while we have you here, and I know it's not on this topic, but you're out that way a little bit. Do you know anything about this this farmer that says that ICE came?
No, I don't.
Agents came on his property, and
I saw it was from social media.
Yeah.
You know, one of my friends had shared the story, and I read it. I'm like, wow, that's
not
surprising.
something that we normally see
it's
around
not.
here.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And I think everyone was taken aback a little bit about it. So
I want to at least I want to at least give the details that we have here. This farmer says he was standing outside the milk house at his dairy farm when he heard yelling coming from inside. He ran in, said he saw his worker, Marshall De Leon Aguiar, pinned up against the window by armed men. The men did not identify themselves, were in regular clothing, and then he saw his face was pinned up against the wall. He ran down. He was taking a video. He says that they took the phone out of his hand and threw his phone. He was then handcuffed, and ultimately they took the guy away. He says that the man had papers, had everything he needed to be able to work there, as well as his family, his wife and children. His wife was pregnant, is also at the farm. He says ICE needs a warrant. He told this to Syracuse.com. ICE needs a warrant. If they go on someone's property without one, they're violating the law. That might not have been his quote, but that is what a civil rights professor at Cornell actually said.
I'm surprised on the identification. You know, I could be wrong. I don't know the ins and outs.
I'd like to see
ICE,
them in an ICE jacket and maybe an ICE car, and an SUV would be nice, black with a nice logo on the side. Some sort of federal
or
identification.
A badge. When he asked, "Who are you? This is my farm."
He did show a badge.
Oh, he did.
He did show a badge after he went down. But I mean, I think when these things end up happening, I do wonder: are we creating a situation where if you're that property owner, you see these guys attacking this person? What if you pull out a gun and I mean, this could go down a bad road. I'm not sure that this is the proper procedure to handle something like this. I do want to grab Steve Houck on this, Andrew, because I'd love to know what's the law here. He's saying there was no warrant. Can they come on without a warrant? Or is there something we don't know, and I'm sure there is. Is this guy, is there an imminent danger? Is he planning on, I mean, what do they think they know?
It sounded like an abduction almost.
It
did. Know?
Yeah.
It didn't sound like an arrest.
I mean, I will only say this: if imagine how you would react if you're there on your property and you see something like this happening.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
you'd probably flip out, and who knows, you might get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
Mario, are you reacting to Sue?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
I was kind of hoping that was Sue Arcuri to chew on you for a little while. I'm getting tired of this.
Yeah, I get bored with her too, Mario. It's just terrible. What have you, Mario? Make it in 60 seconds because I can't do this all day.
Okay, well, I'm kind of bummed out. This is what I was saying the other day. I'm getting disappointed with some of the listeners because they kind of shoot the messenger or they attack the person, like to attack Jim Brown.
Is this the pot calling the kettle black, Mario? Just for the record, but go ahead.
That's not even an argument. It's faulty logic. It's part of the culture around here. The first thing they do as a defense mechanism is shoot the messenger. It's got to stop. I think if you got something to say against Claudia's position, fine. But to sit there and just dismiss it because you can compare some guy doing some floors over at GE, that's wonderful. But that's not. What does that give that guy more of a say? That's just more of the faulty logic. People got to step up their game. The other guy who called, or one lady called in and she said, "Well, they have tracks up at St. Luke's." There's a complete difference in the volume of the hazards that are going by there. That track up there by St. Luke's, it sees next to no traffic at all.
All right.
But downtown, there's an immense amount of traffic.
Got it.
You got to step up the game.
All right, Mario, you're making sure we step up our game.
All right. Good morning.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure that'll be the last time we hear from Mario today. He is on fire. I don't know. Fritz, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
I know you'd come in here with just something really nice that you wanted to do and you wanted to talk about a couple of things, and you're getting dragged into this craziness.
Well, some of that stuff I don't think we're used to seeing in our area, So it's I think it's a change for everybody.
It is a change, right? We certainly. Would you agree with this? We really haven't been used to having a situation where money is filtered into the area.
It is different.
It is a little different. We don't know how to act.
Maybe our area is going to revitalize.
Okay, all right.
You can at least think positive about
Hope you're
it.
right.
We'll see. We'll see.
Mario, don't rip on Fritz. He's just being optimistic.
Yeah, I play accordion, and I get enough flack about
That's
that.
right.
So
Come on.
Please don't.
His whole life.
almost 42 years of playing the accordion.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
sometimes
I gotta tell you,
people get after me about it.
They can get after you on that, but you are legendary in the world when it comes to this music, and you've been on TV shows, and your resume is pretty. I'm going to say this. It's pretty cool.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, what are we talking about? You do first of all, you're a council person, right?
Yes, sir.
In
Verona.
Verona. And you do a scholarship in the name of your dad every year. I wanted you to be able to talk about that.
This year will be the 9th annual Fred Scherz Senior Memorial Scholarship for Volunteer Community Service. It's something I started the year after he passed away because he was always vested in his community, and he instilled those beliefs and values in me. A lot of times over the years we did benefits with the band and whatnot, and he always thought if you get kids involved at a younger age, hopefully they'll continue it through their lifetime and try to make the area better, however much you can do that. So, and that was the idea behind this. So it's for a graduating senior from high school, and as long as they're from the town of Verona, and they're doing something in the community. It can be a community project. I mean, we've had something, some of the examples folks have done. Some of them have been doing roadside projects, cleaning up litter and whatnot. Some of them have done volunteerism with kids and some of the different children programs that they helped with. And the whole idea behind it is what are these kids doing in the community that's
doing something to make the area better.
Exactly.
Yeah. So versus what we do, just sit around all morning long and complain about everything. Yeah, I mean, you're doing something constructive. That's big.
Trying to get them involved at a young age. And,
I like it.
And I know there's kids out there doing stuff, and this is a way of rewarding them that and giving them a $250 scholarship. It's funded by myself and my family. It's not it's not something that town funds are set aside for or whatnot. And I always stress that because I don't want somebody to think that town funds are being, even though you could make the argument probably it's a good use of town funds.
Is something that you just do.
It's not something that I came up with along with my wife, and we thought it'd be a way to honor my dad's legacy at the same time.
So the question you ask, are you a 12th grader in the town of Verona, and are you working on a volunteer community project? If so, you could apply by May 23rd for the 9th annual Fred Scherz Senior Memorial Scholarship. Yeah. And it's the Volunteer Community Service Award, which is and what do they get, by the way? What is
$250?
$250. That's big.
So the first gal that got it, she's married now, and she had gone to SUNY Oswego, and she's involved with elementary education.
That's really cool.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So
and you played a little bit of a role in that. So
I'm proud of what they've all accomplished.
And even as much as the $250 has value, which it does, it's the inspiration that you're giving to kids to come out and say, "Boy, I can get a scholarship if I go out and do something good." And that has
it's pretty simple to apply.
Pretty simple.
Just tell share with me what your story. What are you doing in the community? How are you making the community a better place?
I want you to plug one more thing, and that is that your daughter has a new business.
Yes, my daughter Catherine had started a little online fashion business, and
it ties into Utica here because it's in Bank Square, right?
Yeah, she's going to do her first pop-up store there.
Okay,
because we're big fans of Bank Square Cafe, and we frequent there quite a bit.
So this is explain what a pop-up store is.
Basically, a business, and in this case it's her, is found a location, and they asked her to come in and do like a pop-up store. In other words, she's going to set up a little display and have some of her fashion accessories available for sale. And people, if people come there and they don't see necessarily what they want, they can talk to her about custom orders, what she can do.
She designs stuff too,
yes.
right?
Yes,
that's really
handmade.
Really big.
So there'll be ties there. There'll be some tie necklaces, scarves, a few other.
Are you wearing anything right now?
Actually, the tie. This is one of her early. Tie. This is one of her early
Get out
additions.
Of here.
That's a good tie.
Thank you very much. So really proud of her, as I am. All my kids. But so she's just kind of starting out, and she's getting her feet wet with it, and she's going to come in this morning. She's all. I was excited about it, but she got a little stage fright.
How old is she, by the way?
She's 22.
22 years old. All right.
So, and I think back, when I was that age, and, I really
You never
wasn't,
had stage fright?
On and off, I think I did, probably to be quite honest, and you get out of your element a little bit. And so she's going to work on it, though. and hopefully down the road she will be able to
Well, this
come on
guy's
the
a
radio.
pitbull over here, so I understand.
Catherine, Dominique, and the first pop-up will be located when, by the way? It'll be
This
Saturday
at
9
9
a.m.
a.m.
till noon.
In Utica at Bag
Okay.
Square Cafe.
Okay, really cool. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you very
Makes
much.
you proud when your kid does something really
I'm
cool,
so
doesn't
proud.
it?
So proud of my kids. I can talk about them all day.